So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another album review of the Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today we're gonna talk about the brand new album by Boston metal band Extreme. And if you don't remember Extreme, do you remember that hit in the 90s, More Than Words? Yes, I'm talking about that band. So there's a lot of people that probably know this band only because of this song, and I would tell you there's more to that band than that song. That is a great song, but this is a band that really came out like at the end of the 80s, beginning of the 90s, and they were lumped with that like glam metal bands. But to me, they are more of a band that is more rooted in like great rock and roll, especially great guitar solos a la Van Halen, and this is no exception. This is the band's first album in 15 years. So the last one came out in 2008, and the band like broke up, took a hiatus, but then they announced they were back, and they released the single a few months ago, Rise, and that single had a lot of people like heads turning, scratching, because it's a great rock song, and Nuno Betancourt, the guitar player, has a solo on that song that, I kid you not, I haven't heard a solo that great and that inventive since the passing of Eddie Van Halen. So when I hear that solo on Rise, I'm like, Nuno, I'm not worthy, I suck. It's that good. And the song, it's not only the solo, it's good. It's got that catchy chorus like, I'm gonna rise you up and race to the top. It's got that great sing-along feel. And Gary Sharon, I'm telling you, is very underrated as a vocalist. A lot of people will remember when he joined Van Halen, when they did Van Halen 3, and he was shit on. And you know what? He's a great vocalist, because what he does is like he has a vocal style that he has the chops of someone like Sammy Hagar, but also has the showmanship of a David Lee Roth. And something that can be overstated here is that the combination of Gary Sharon with Nuno Betancourt on guitars is as classic as a Steven Tyler with Joe Perry, or a Eddie Van Halen with David Lee Roth. And you know, they need to be in that conversation, because I think both are very underrated. So that Rise single, amazing song. And they followed up with two other great singles with Rebel and Banshee, and those are very rocking numbers, great solos on it. Not as great as the one on Rise, that's mind blown, but really good as well. And of course, Extreme is known for power ballads, and they have a few power ballads on this album. They have one that they released as a single called Other Side of the Rainbow, but that's a power ballad that it's a rocking power ballad. It has a great solo by Nuno Betancourt, and it's all about taking a risk on love and loving again. So it's got those cheesy lyrics, but they work. I like it, and I think I like the melody on that song, and I like it that it's a ballad, but it's a rocking ballad. It's not a slow ballad. But they do have some slow ballads like Small Town Beautiful. That one has more of like a country vibe to it. I thought of like a Bon Jovi on that song. But the one that's the most ballad with an acoustic guitar, very soft, is the song Hurricane. And it's a great ballad. And I like it because, the guitars on it are very soft, but very beautiful as well. So that's the purest ballad on the record. They have other great rocking tunes like Thicker Than Blood, Save Me, and a song that I think should have ended the album, X Out. That song is great. I love it when they say X Out, and I like it because it has that classic Extreme sound, but also sounds very modern. That's the most modern sounding song on the record, and I like it. The guitars on it are very inventive, and I think that it should have closed the album. So what didn't I like about the album? Well, there's two songs that end the album that are like the head scratchers for me, like the what the fuck were they thinking? And that's the song Beautiful Girls, that at first I thought maybe this is a Van Halen cover, but it's not a Van Halen cover. And what's bad about this song is that this sounds like a song that Jimmy Buffett would play, like a Jimmy Buffett, Jack Johnson, you're on the beach, and like the guitars are all like, I want my pina coladas. But you know what? After a great song like X Out, that really is like a odd choice for a song, and it is the strangest song on the record, and it's just plain bad. You know, the song has some cheesy lyrics. They recite like the California girls are the best, but New York. So yeah, the lyrics on this Beautiful Girl song are strange and corny. They recite like lyrics from other songs, and I thought at first I thought it was cover. So yeah, that song feels like weirdly out of place, and it really dropped the level of the album down a notch for me. Then they close with Here's to the Losers, and that song sounds like a movie soundtrack song. It's like a Lifetime movie song waiting to happen, and it even has like a choir of kids singing, and you know how I feel about those. They suck. So yeah, those two songs really take away from what is a really solid album. I wish those two songs, they would delete them, or maybe like Here's to the Loser could have been placed in another location, but Beautiful Girls is the worst song on the album. I would just say, if I was the producer, like, yeah, just delete that one, because it really does not feel like an extreme song, and it's just plain bad. But the highlights of this album for me are Gary Sharon singing and Nuno Betancourt solos. I mean, his solos are fucking amazing, especially on Rise, Still Blown Away. But there's other great solos on this album that really, I'm saying you, Nuno Betancourt is supremely fucking underrated as a guitar player. So if you like those 80s band and 90s like type of rock that has that sing-along choruses, harmonies, and great soloing, you will dig this. I'm telling you, this is filling a void now that Van Halen is no longer a band. And besides the two songs that end the album, it's a solid release. So what did you think about Extreme 6? What are your favorite tracks? Comment. I would really want to know. And if you like the videos that I'm putting out, don't forget to give me a like, and don't forget to subscribe. And before I go, I gotta tell you, saying I love you is not the words that I want to hear from you. So show me how you feel by subscribing. Thank you, and good night.